What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Horrorheads podcast. I am Rich Mallery here with my co-host Jerry Lourenco.
What's up?
Doing all right today. One thing I realized on Saturday night, I drank way too much and spent all of yesterday throwing up, which was awesome. So today, I'm going to be drinking a hot toddy. That's what I'm going to be doing today. I'm sipping a hot toddy. I can't really pound like I normally do, but other than that, doing well. You could follow us on Instagram at horrorheadspodcast or email us to horrorheadspodcast@gmail.com. If you're listening to us on Spotify, Apple, Amazon, wherever you listen to podcasts, you could also watch the video on YouTube. Usually I suggest watching the video because you could see us get really fucked up. I'm probably not going to get that fucked up tonight, but, still going to be interesting to look at. Jerry's drinking right out the bottle, so you might just want to focus on him for the evening and just don't look at the bottom of your screen.
Had the top on it.
What do you actually? So what is that? What are you actually drinking tonight? What do you got?
So I mentioned it last time. I bought a whole bunch of gangs because there was like some sort of deal, and today is a
Canadian
club.
And you just got back from Canada, right?
I just
you
got back from Canada, and I was drinking how do I put this in a PC way? They're not the biggest fans of what's happening right now in the United States. So they really didn't have a lot of whiskeys for me to drink, but you know what? It really opened up a great door for me to try a bunch of Canadian whiskeys. And let me tell you something, Canadian Club, it's top over there. And it's top for me too.
Get out of here!
I think it's a good whiskey. I think it's a fantastic whiskey, and well, they have a lot of. We only carry like maybe like that bottom shelf kind of one. They got barrel strength over there. They got they got like 12-year Canadian Club over there. You could drop some money on Canadian Club over there, and it's just crazy to go down a whiskey aisle and not see like Woodford Reserve or Maker's Mark or any classics. It's literally just Canadian whiskeys or Japanese whiskeys and Irish whiskeys. But you know what? I had a lot of fun there. I drank a lot of whiskey. I stuck with Jameson, I would say, for most of the time. But when I was at a bar, I did some Canadian Club.
It's interesting. Like I've never had it, and for some reason, when I look at it, I just picture it tasting like just like water, and not like tasting like whiskey. But that's just something that got in my
No.
head. So no,
No,
no.
it's fantastic. It's dark tasting. I don't know if I'm explaining that right. It has like a dark, deep taste to it. It has a deep oak. It's not like white label where it's like really oaky up on top and like, oh, I feel like I'm drinking wood. Like it's really in the background, and there's like a sweetness to it as well. It's a really nice whiskey. I definitely recommend it for affordability. For sure. I mean, I have a 1.75 liters here, and it was probably $30. And I'm sure you could probably get it for a nickel at your or a penny. What's the deal they have over there?
Buy one, get one for a nickel.
Buy one, get one for a nickel. I'm sure you could get a bottle of this for a nickel. I definitely say try it. It's good. I mean, it's Don Draper's drink
Oh, right, right,
of choice. Like he only made old fashions with Canadian Club. I normally don't use this in an old fashioned. I like a very distinct um, taste in my old fashioned. I usually like a craft whiskey in my old fashions. I don't think these stand up to all the other flavors as much, but I mean, it was the 60s. So, I mean, that was probably like hardcore back then.
Yeah, they didn't have a ton of options
Yeah.
back then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still drinking the Redemption,
Mm.
the bourbon I got for a nickel, and I have maybe half a bottle left of my last bottle, so I'm getting ready to go to the store. So if you listened to the episode last week, it is October. We are deep in we're actually towards the end of Jerry's horror 31 Days of Horror challenge. Last episode, we talked about the first 6 movies we watched. Today, we're gonna see if we can get through the next 17. We'll see kind of like where we go. But yeah, we both watched a lot of movies. We are on day 23 of the challenge, and lots to talk about.
I mean, yeah, this is that point that I don't care who you are. I don't care what a great horror fan you are. I understand you watch horror every single day of every single month of the whole year. It's not just October, but you start getting that fatigue right now.
Oh, it's
It's the
real. It's real.
fatigue of choosing a film that matches the theme, finding it and watching it within a reasonable amount of time because you have a whole bunch of ideas in your head and you're like, I can't find any of these fucking movies. And you end up just like watching like literally the first thing that you could find that fits the theme, and things just start going really like in a bad direction in this meat
Yeah.
of the challenge because you're just like tired of looking, you're tired of like, oh, what am I gonna watch tonight? Like it's like when you have to do it, it's a different thing than when you want to do it.
Yeah, I'm getting close to tapping out. Like, I don't even just want to, I don't want to watch a movie. Like, I'm like, put on reality TV or something mindless because because again, what we said last time is like the thing with the challenge is you have to finish the movie. Like, you have to finish it. And I don't have it in me anymore. But we're gonna push through only
Yeah.
8 days left after tonight. And there's some good categories coming
Woo.
up. So I'm a little excited. But let's get into some of the films that we did watch so
Yeah.
far. So, we're on night 7 now, which
Hmm.
was Lost or Trapped Horror.
Yeah.
And what did you watch?
So I watched a really different film that I never watched before. It was 2024, fairly new. It was called Drive Back. And there's literally like a ton of other films I wanted to watch for this. But something about this, just like, you know what, just check it out, watch it. I ended up watching it. I ended up kind of liking it. Definitely an interesting film. It was really different. Maybe three or four actors in the entire film. Reminded me a lot of that movie Static.
Okay.
And basically, it's like these people, this couple, are just driving. They're on a road trip and they stop at like this convenience store. They have a conversation to get some directions. They basically go take a shortcut out into the woods, and it ends up being like some sort of never-ending woods with a lot of paranormal things happening and a lot of weird things happening. So it actually checks the box for Lost and Trapped because they didn't know where they're going and they couldn't get out. And I think there was just a lot of creepy things at times, and it was a really interesting twist. So I'm glad I watched it. Not sure if I'd watch it again, but Drive Back, it was different.
What would you give it? 0 to 5?
I would give that two bloody knives.
So not
Just
good, but not terrible.
it was low budget. Like literally, this whole film takes place in like a car, and I could tell the car was not like moving. It's just like really bad, like movement going past them. Like probably some guy with a screen waving it. Like it wasn't like real. Like and the acting was just it wasn't great. So there was just a few different things like that. I think the story was fantastic. I never really saw anything like this. I don't want to ruin. I think the less you know about this film, probably the more interesting it is. But it was good enough. But what did you watch? What did you check out?
So actually, before I get into that, that reminds me of this like Irish
Okay.
horror movie I watched last year for the challenge called In Fear that I actually did really like, but it's
Okay.
really low budget. It's basically just a couple in a car for most of the movie, but I remember really liking that
Mm.
when I watched it last year. So this year I watched The Descent from 2005, which
Oh,
I
that is yeah.
yeah, which is a favorite of mine, but I haven't seen it in a long time. So, plot of The Descent is there's a group of women who are cave divers, and they go to explore this cave that has never been explored before. They get trapped inside and lost because they can't find their way out, and they
Mm.
find there are these really fucked up creatures that are living in this cave, and one by one they pick off the women. And this movie, it's really well done. It's a slow fucking burn. Like it takes a good
Mm.
hour plus before you get to the creatures. But I will say it's interesting, even though like the horror stuff doesn't happen till like an hour in, because like you're dealing with these women that are like trapped in this cave and they're like dealing with that. There's also like a lot of interesting like interpersonal things between the women, like the main protagonist, like she lost her daughter and husband in like a car wreck, and you find out that there's like a lot more stuff going on with that you find out later in the movie. One thing that's a little tough about the movie is it's shot really dark because it's in
Oh
this
yeah.
cave,
Yeah.
and some of it's very red. So
Yeah.
it's a little hard to tell like what's going on at some parts, but I will say definitely like one of those edge of your seat kind of movies. You just got to stick with it because it takes a minute to get to the horror. But yeah, again, it was really good on this rewatch. There's like a pretty good twist in the end that I did not see coming the first time I watched it. But I definitely recommend The Descent.
Mm.
It's definitely a really different and very well executed horror movie.
Yeah, for sure. And if you have like any of those like phobias, that
Oh,
really
for
like
real.
it really like kind of triggers you and makes you like really like filled with anxiety while you're
Yeah,
watching it.
absolutely.
Like I don't have like a lot of like those claustrophobia kind of issues, but like even that film makes me feel claustrophobic, but the thought of being trapped really kind of and trapped like in tight places and underground and there's like all these like that movie actually kind of hits like core fears that you may not even know you have. So I do like that film. I haven't watched it in a while, and I'm going to tell you why I haven't watched it in a while. It makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Excuse me.
Yeah, and that's I think why you could get through that first hour because it does have a lot of that, and it is like you just don't know what's going to happen. Like you have no idea
Yeah.
what's going to happen next, and you do get into that headspace of like, fuck, if I was trapped, or like
Yeah.
I would never like. First of all, I would never go down in a cave to begin with.
No, no,
Like,
that's the first thing you say. But I mean, if there was say there was some sort of situation where you had to, and then you're
yeah,
like, oh my God, no way.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, so that's what I watched. I would give it. I'm going to give it a 4. I think it's
Wow,
yeah,
four, a
it's a really
banger.
good movie. It's a good
It,
movie.
it is a banger, you know. All right, you know what? So I think we need to move at a quick pace. So I'm gonna take my 4 sips right now and do this, and you're gonna take two.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. So last time we played a drinking game that we took sips on each person's rating, and since we
Yeah,
have
and with
17 films, I
20
don't know.
17.
I
Okay.
don't know if we're gonna do that. So we might skip around a little bit and skip some of the nights just to like survive because
Yeah,
we do have work in the morning.
we'll see how it goes. So, night eight was folk horror, which I'd say a couple years ago became one of my favorite genres. But this is definitely one of those genres that I mess up every single year. And I almost messed it up this year as well, but I went back to basics. So I want to hear what you watched first, and then I'll tell you what I watched.
Yeah, I went with, and this is a tough one because there. A lot of them are very slow.
Yeah.
And I'm at the point, I started getting to the point in this challenge where I watched a bunch of movies that I didn't like, right?
Mm.
So I wanted to watch some that I do and I'm familiar with. So I watched Pumpkinhead from
Oh,
1988.
awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, which again, it's another kind of slow burn-ish movie. Lance Henriksen is like this guy living like really trashy, middle of nowhere, fuck all US somewhere. Son gets killed by a bunch of teenagers or young adults in a motorcycle accident, and then he meets this witch and summons this demon Pumpkinhead to avenge the death of his son. The monster's super cool, especially for 1988.
Oh
It's like
yeah.
it's very unique looking. It's this big fucking bony creature, which is pretty cool. Kills a lot of people. It's pretty scary. I think it holds up. It's a very very dark movie. It does take a little bit to get going though. Like I don't think Pumpkinhead really comes in till like the hour mark, but
Mm.
so you just got to kind of hang with it. But Lance Henriksen always good in movies, great actor. Um, I still enjoy this movie. It holds up for me.
Yeah, definitely another good film that I haven't watched in a really long time, and I don't really know why. I think it's just maybe like the name, and I'm just like, do I want to watch that? I think that kind of stops me a lot. And it's kind of like a movie we were talking like last time, like Near Dark. There's
Yeah.
just something about like either the name or the artwork where I'm like cruising past it, and I just don't commit to it. But definitely a good film.
You know where it gets me? And like, because they're like dirt poor and living in the middle of nowhere, everybody's like really dirty and filthy, and there's just a
Mm,
lot of dust and
it's
dirt
like
everywhere. And they're kind
brick.
of in like yeah, it's like, so just the thought of that's kind of like why I don't like watching Westerns, because like the thought
Yeah.
of just people being all dirty, it's hard for me to watch. I get uncomfortable.
Stank ass. I actually like westerns.
Yeah.
That's right. So what would you give? I don't know if you rated it.
I'm gonna give it a 3.5. I like it a
Wow,
lot.
another
Yeah.
banger for
I
you.
like I
So
like it a lot.
so it
I
sounds
watch it
like
often.
a couple weeks ago, you had a good run of at least two
Oh,
films
don't
that
worry.
were.
We're gonna get to some fucking terrible movies. Don't worry.
Okay, all right. So I went with Kill List.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So 2011, Ben Wheatley
Slow burn.
film.
Now that's a slow burn.
This is a very, very, very strange film for anyone who hasn't seen it. It's almost two different films. It's basically about a retired hitman. His wife's giving him shit. Well, he never makes money. He's a loser, so he goes to do like one last job. The job kind of goes strange, and everything turns around. And from basically what it seems like, it starts as a pretty high action film with a lot of like pretty gory kills, it turns into like this crazy folk horror story with a cult and a brutal ending twist that you really don't imagine, and it just ends on such a dark evil note, and you're just like, what the fuck did I watch? Because the first half of the film, you're just watching these guys basically just like kind of just go rogue and tear up like on this job, killing everyone, even if they're not even supposed to. And then the second half, they just end up in a bad place where they're like kind of like sitting in like a weird town with a cult that's basically going after them. It really, really interesting film. Starts off slow, a lot of excitement, gets slow, then gets crazy. It's just so many twists and turns. Cool movie overall, I would say. Watch it every few years. I like it.
I would say the last half hour of that movie is like awesome. I
It's
think it's just
crazy.
it's just really hard to get through that first hour, and they're really building up the characters, right? Like it's like the filmmaking is really good, but it's very, and I get why you like this because it's very monotonous.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I know you like those monotonous kind of movies, and
There's long stretches of that. Yeah.
yeah, and you're kind of like, when is this going to go anywhere? But then when it does, it's really awesome. It's just I put this movie on a lot, and a lot of times I do tap out because I'm like, I get it annoyed or I get like bored. But if you stick with it, the payoff is worth
It's crazy, and like this cult. I mean, if you want to see like 200 naked men
it.
and women, definitely check this out. I mean, you may not see that in any other film. If you just want to see like, chubby guy with dong out walking with a
Oh.
torch, maybe check it out.
Yeah, that one scene he's talking about is kind of like a first person shooter. It's like they're just charging at him, the naked person after
It's just
naked
like
person.
naked person. It could be a tit, could be a dick, it could be anything at all. It's just a really weird scene, and you're not quite sure like where they're going to go with it, or how this movie's going to end, or what's going to happen. Again, like pretty interesting. I definitely recommend this one, especially if you haven't seen it. I'm glad I did this. Because again, like you said, a lot of folk horror is real, like it's slower than this, like, and sometimes it goes nowhere,
Yeah.
and you just feel disappointed. So I still like the genre. I'm glad I went with something easy that I've seen before. I'm giving this one three bloody knives.
Okay. All right. So that's 3.5 for you, three for me.
Yeah. All right. Mhm.
Whew. Man.
All right.
All
Yes.
right. What's next?
We're moving along here. So we're up to actually night nine, and
Okay.
this is one that's I'm pretty excited about. So I actually wanted to talk about this because I'm curious
Okay.
what you picked, and I want you to know what I picked. So this is 2025 horror film.
It was a hard one to pick the right movie because it's like there's a
There's a
lot
lot
of
coming out.
a
Yeah.
lot coming out, a lot I like was curious about seeing. I had all these ideas for things I wanted to see, but I scrapped them all and I ended up watching this movie Match on Tubi.
Oh my God. All right. How was that? Because I
Did
almost watched that.
Dude, it was an interesting movie. Like it was not what I thought it was going to be. And basically the movie, it's this girl is like finds like a Tinder date and she shows up for the date and it's she's catfished basically. And from that point on, like a bunch of really fucked up stuff happens. And like it's one of those movies where I had no idea where it was going and it kept doing these like interesting twists where it just kept getting like really fucked up. And I'll say this. I wouldn't say it's a good movie because it's a Tubi original,
Okay.
but it was entertaining and I stuck with it and I'll probably watch it again.
Oh, word.
It's a pretty
Okay.
fucked up movie and it's an interesting take on a catfish kind of thing. It's reminded me of like Barbarian,
Oh,
but like I don't know, something else, but like it kind of
I
had
like
that
that.
kind of vibe. Yeah. So it was interesting. I'm glad I watched it. I watched it like on accident. Like it was just one of those ones where it's like, fine, I'll just pick
Fine.
something.
Just
And I'm glad I watched
2025.
it.
I'm watching it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was like, okay, cool, checks the box,
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah.
And I really thought I was gonna bail within 10 minutes, but I stuck with it, and I'm glad I did. It's again not a good movie. I liked it though; it was entertaining, so I would recommend it.
So I actually have this on my list to watch on Halloween night. Do you think that this is something I should watch on Halloween night?
I don't. Halloween night's tough because you want to pick the perfect movie, and
I'm
I
not, I'm
wouldn't say.
watching multiple movies, but this is on
Okay,
the list.
I
So,
wouldn't say it's the perfect movie. Again, I found it entertaining. It is
okay.
fucked up. I'm not sure if you'll like it. It does get a little
Mm.
gross. It gets
Oh.
very gross, actually, extremely gross. There
Oh.
is,
Okay.
it might not be for you, but I liked it.
Yeah. Keep in
I don't know if
mind.
I'd watch it on Halloween. I think I might just like watch it another night. Yeah,
Makes sense. All
but I
right. I
liked
mean,
it.
I mean, I'm intrigued, but I don't love body horror, which is sounds like you're
Yeah.
alluding to a
There,
little bit
well,
of
there's
that.
a like a deformed hunchback creature.
Mm.
God, well, he's a man, but he's all fucked up and deformed,
Oh
and
man,
there is some monster cock in it, and
I like
so
that.
he does have a huge cock.
I mean, you're adding pluses to this
So
quite
if you picture
fast.
The woman from Barbarian and just
Yeah.
made her a dude,
Okay.
if you could handle that, then you're fine.
All right. And there's something like this going through the screen.
It's a big cock. He's got a big cock.
All right. That's interesting. So what would you
And there
give
is a
this one?
rat trap involved with that cock.
Oh my
I will say
God.
that. Yeah,
Okay.
I liked it though. I'm going to give it a surprisingly going to give it like a three. I'm even a three and a half because I did really like
Oh
it.
my God. 3.5. See,
It was fun. It was
I'm
fun.
so conflicted now. I may watch this on Halloween.
It was better than I thought it was gonna be. I was like, this is gonna be awful, and I'm like,
Okay.
actually, I can't believe we watched the whole thing. So what'd you watch?
So I watched a movie I was waiting for quite some time. I kept hearing things about it. There was a lot of hype. And it was Man with the Black Umbrella.
I never even heard of that. What's that?
Yeah, man, it's a found footage film.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and basically it's like, that there's like camera footage of this guy, and really the only thing you see is that he has a black umbrella and he shows up and he kills some people. And in this film, he kills this guy's I forgot friend or family. I forgot who he kills, but anyway, I think his brother or something like that. And he goes on like this investigation to find out like, who killed his brother, how come the police aren't really investigating and stuff like that. And it really just kind of turns out that you're not supposed to investigate any of these murders of the man with the black umbrella because then he'll come after you. So basically, this guy starts his investigation, and now he's dodging the man with the black umbrella. And it was some creepy stuff at times, some cheesy stuff at times, definitely some paranormal things going on. So it wasn't just a guy with a black umbrella. There was definitely a lore involved with it. I think it was okay. It wasn't what I was hoping it was going to be. Like I heard so much hype about it, and people, when you really hype things up, you got to make sure it lives up to it because
Yeah.
I don't think this is definitely not a film that like anyone on earth is gonna watch more than like once. It's something to watch, and it was decent, not bad. I'm not gonna like knock the guy or anything like that. I think they made a good film, but it was okay to me.
So what would you give it?
I would just give this one two
Okay.
bloody knives. Again, it wasn't like I wasn't mad that I was watching it, but when it was done, I was just like, it could have went in so many different places and been really extreme. And if it just kind of went in one direction, then I felt like it would have been probably better. Like if it just went like gory, or if it just went creepy, or if it just went bloody, something like that. It just tried to do a lot. And I think from doing that, it didn't do anything great.
Yeah, I get you.
So yeah, Two Bloody Knives for a man with the black umbrella.
It's a cool title. Sounds like Giallo.
Sounds awesome. Yeah. So
Cheers.
would you give it 3.5? Oh my God.
Hmm.
Oh, oh.
Yeah, so
Mm.
far I'm doing pretty good on these. Like I picked some good
Yeah.
ones.
Well, night 10 is one that'll definitely fuck you up because you could pick it. You pick any
Yeah.
movie on earth that you want to watch on night 10. I thought I'd give everyone a nice break, a third through the challenge, and it's like a gift and a curse because you can watch whatever you want. So, I think I'm going to go first on this one because of what you just said a couple minutes ago. So, I too watched a Tubi original.
Oh shit. And
Yes. I watched a brand new Tubi original from 2025 called Takeout. You've
okay.
probably seen it. You probably like you know that graphic. As soon as you see that graphic, you're like, "Oh, Jerry's gonna like this." And it's basically like these three co-workers that are working like in this late night diner.
Oh, I know
Um,
this movie. I haven't seen it,
yeah,
but I know you're talking about.
they think a serial killer is like one of their guests there, and so but there's an award if you capture the serial killer, so they try to trap him, but there's all like these twists and turns, and it seems like it was going to be so amazing because I mean, I just love that vibe, the diner vibe, the neon lights vibe.
Yeah.
It's really hard to go wrong. Like a lot of times these movies feel like it's a home invasion type film. There were so many things that were pluses to this, but it just got so boring and
Damn.
just seemed like redundant. And I kind of thought like the lead actress was really weak. I don't think she could have held that role. It was just too much, I think, for her to do to capture like everything that was going on. And there was like a little girl and she didn't talk, and there was just like a lot of like things that probably weren't necessary to the plot and just took up a lot of screen time. So I didn't love it. To me it was a fail. I didn't like it at all, and I wanted to love it.
Yeah, I was gonna watch that and I was like, it sounded like an interesting plot, but again, to be original, it's kind of like, I don't know, but that's good to know that it wasn't I didn't miss anything.
No, you definitely did not. And I would just give this one like 1.5.
Wow.
Bloody
Um,
Knives. I would never watch it again, and it seemed like it was going to be my favorite movie.
yeah.
So it gets a half Bloody Knife less because it like disappointed me.
Oh, that's the worst. So yeah, any movie you want is tough, right? Because
Yeah.
you think you look at the rest of the challenge, you think, okay, what am I going to watch for certain nights? And I was having a hard time picking something out, but I got lucky because I ended up having a couple of friends over that night and they wanted to watch Jennifer's Body. So
Oh
that was the
yeah,
movie I
hell
watched.
yeah.
So which I was fine with because I really
Yeah,
like that
I like
movie.
Jennifer Body. Yeah,
I like it a lot. And yeah, just a classic. Just like Megan Fox is great in it. She's
yeah,
hot as hell. The writing, it's funny. The writing is so cringy now because it's like trying
yeah,
so hard to be like hip and cool and like it's so I wouldn't say it was dated because even at the time like the writing was a bit cringy, but it's still such a cool movie and I'm really happy they picked that. So that was what I watched for that night. So save me the issue of trying to find it or
Oh,
be like,
I mean that's awesome. Definitely a cult classic at this point. I never thought I would say that
yeah, I
about a
know.
film with the stupidest fucking name on earth, but it's actually a good film. And I believe it or not, I didn't discover this film until maybe like a year or a year or two ago. And I was doing some horror trivia, and a lot of questions were about this film.
Oh,
I
it's
was like,
interesting.
I'm like, I don't have the answers. And I remember just kind of like talking about it like after like the trivia was over. I'm like, why was there like so many questions? It's like, oh, it's like the host's favorite movie. I'm like, that's someone's favorite movie. I'm like, what am I missing?
Yeah.
So I ended up watching it like right away after that, and I've been watching it since. So I do like it now, and I feel you. You know, it's definitely a good film.
Yeah, I watched it right away just because of Megan Fox. Like
Yeah, I mean, why
her in
not?
a horror movie. Like there's also like her and what's it? I can't think of her name. The other actress kiss at one point. Like, yeah, I'm all in.
Yeah, and she did another great movie where another horror movie recently, maybe 2023, where she's handcuffed to her dead husband the whole time. Fantastic film. I can't think of the name of it. Maybe it's called like Ice something.
Megan Fox.
Yes, I can't think of the name of it, but good, good film. Haven't seen her in a while. She's still good.
Oh, Amanda Seyfried. That was the other actress.
Oh yeah,
She's also good and everything.
yeah. If you're looking it up, can you see what that other movie is?
Was it Megan Fox tied to her husband?
She's like handcuffed. Yeah,
Sounds like
like
that Gerald's Game movie.
yeah, yeah.
Handcuff till death.
Till Death. Yeah, great, great movie.
Oh, I'll have to check that
Honestly,
out.
it's like a home invasion film where she's handcuffed to a dead body.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm
that's
in.
it. I'm not gonna say
All right.
anything else.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
perfect. Like great plot. It's a home invasion movie. She's handcuffed to a dead body. That's it.
So yeah, I mean, I hate to do this to you, but like,
Oh
it's
no,
another. Yeah, I mean, Jennifer's Body's a 4.5, 4.5 for
four and a
me.
half, and you only got like what, two?
Yeah.
Hmm. All right, let's go where we're gonna get some low numbers here.
Okay.
9/11, sci-fi horror, which used to be one of my favorite genres, but I feel like sci-fi horror has really gone down the tubes in the last probably 10, 15 years, and it's just not as good as it used to be. So 9/11 sci-fi horror, what did you watch?
Oh, I rewatched No One Can Save You,
Oh,
which I watched
that's a
last
that
year for the
yeah,
challenge.
actually that's a good
Yeah, which
film.
again, home invasion with aliens.
Yeah,
Can't go
and
wrong.
and honestly, what's her name? I'm a huge fan. Oh God, she does a lot of great movies. I just watched some.
Caitlin
Yep,
Dever?
yep,
Dever? I don't know how to
yeah,
say it.
Deaver. Yeah, I just watched something with her recently, and she was so fantastic in it. She's just like probably one of the best actresses out there right now, I think, for like a young actress, and everything she does as well. And that film was so unique because there was really no dialogue.
No,
So
no.
yeah, that's a good pick. I almost wish I picked that. On the rewatch, what did you?
It's still good. And I haven't seen it since last year. I think I watched it. I definitely watched it for the challenge last year. Forget what the category was, but so I haven't seen it, so I forgot about it.
Mm,
And yeah, I mean, both you and I both love home invasion movies,
yeah,
and you throw aliens in there, and good. Yeah, no, I think they did a really good job of just keeping it suspenseful, keeping it interesting. Again, very minimal movie considering it's really just her, but it works. And we're going to talk about a movie later that like this movie is very final girl-ish the entire movie because it's just her,
yeah, it's
but
just
they
her.
but they made it work. And some movies cannot make that work, that we'll talk about later when I get to a certain number.
Wow.
I'll
Okay.
explain in a minute.
Yeah, sure. No problem. So what would you give it on the rewatch?
I give it a 3. I really like it.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like again,
big
it's one of
numbers.
those that the fact that I would have given it higher is just like it is forgettable in a way because like I forgot everything about it and it's only been a year. And I think like next year I'm going to be like, what was that movie again? But I liked it. It was good.
Yeah, yeah. I wish I went with that. I went with Night Skies from 2007.
Oh, I
So
tried to watch that, but I couldn't get very
yeah,
far into
yeah.
it.
Pretty awful. Pretty low budget. AJ Cook is in it, which is probably like why I wanted to watch it. She was pretty big back then in the
Yeah.
early 2000s. I mean, it's basically an aliens attack film. Bunch of douchey characters. Really, nothing great happens. The aliens look kind of weak. The kills were kind of weak. There's nothing to like or love about it. It's just I didn't like it, so I'm not gonna really talk much about it. I'm just
Yeah.
giving it one bloody knife. I'm not gonna watch it again, even though it has a much better title than the film that you watched, because I can never remember the
Yeah.
name of that. So what was the name of that film?
No one will save you.
Yeah, that's too long. Night Skies sounds great, but it sucked.
Yeah. All right. Cheers.
I am getting low here because I am taking some man-sized sips on this thing.
Yeah. Don't
And
worry.
we're only on night 12. So night 12 is an old classic theme that probably we've been doing for 10 years at least. So
Yeah.
it's always interesting to throw it in to see if you're going to go with something you never watched before or if you go with something brand new. So, I went with something I never saw before, and the theme is original and remake. And it's dicey because you got to pick, it's like which one is going to be
Usually
better.
both aren't going to be good.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
so I'm gonna tell you what I watched,
Yeah.
and people gonna hit the stop button right now when I give my review here, and it's okay. You don't have to agree with me, and I certainly don't have to agree with you, but I watched Fright Night from 1985 and 2011.
I've never seen either. So there
Exactly.
you
So
go. Yeah.
I never really, I might have, maybe
I might have seen the
1986. Maybe
original when I was a
1986 I
kid,
saw it.
but
Yeah, that's what I'm
yeah, I
saying.
don't remember it.
Yeah. So I'm like, oh, let me watch some. Like, it would have been so easy to watch Friday the 13th. It would have been so easy. And I could have did that and I would have been happy. But instead, I invested like fucking 5.5 hours on these films. And honestly, I'm gonna be honest with everyone here. I think Fright Night, it's boring. It's boring as shit. And really, it's a movie about like there's like this kid and a new neighbor moves in, and he's convinced that his neighbor is a vampire. And spoiler alert here, he is a vampire. Otherwise, we really don't have a film. So I'm not ruining anything on like a 40 a 30 something year old 39-year-old film, whatever this is. I
Yeah.
can't do the math at the moment, but um I thought it was long. I thought it was boring. I found that Ed character very, very annoying, who's
Which one
played
was Ed,
by.
the vampire or the teen?
No, he's like he's like the kid that turns into the vampire at the end, and he's played by Stephen Jeffries, who I find very, very annoying. He's like that really annoying kid that was in like all like 80s kind of horror, and like I just find him like jarring, and as soon as I see his face, I want to turn off the movie, or I hear his voice, and I'm just like, oh my God, I hate this guy. So that was pretty bad. And I posted this on Facebook that I watched it, and I was getting rave reviews on Fright Night. Everyone's like, yeah, man, Fright Night, it's like so awesome. And I was like, yeah, I kind of like the remake better. And people were like, what the
Never say
fuck?
that.
Yeah, and so I mean the remake has a big cast.
That's with
Mc,
what's his name?
McLovin. It was
He's in it?
McLovin was Ed, and Colin
Oh,
Farrell.
okay. I knew Colin Farrell.
Yeah,
Okay,
Colin
yeah.
Farrell was the vampire. Again,
McLovin.
McLovin was, I don't know his name, but he was Ed. Better than Stephen Jeffries. Uh, I didn't care for this either. They both just kind of dragged on. I didn't like anything about it.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
there was just like it wasn't a good vampire film. It wasn't a good teen horror film. Like I don't know what the connection is with this film, why so many people love it. So if you want to email us, you want to DM me some hate and let me know why this is the best film from 1985. I'm gonna have to disagree with you. I'm giving the both of these combined, I'm giving 1.5 bloody knives.
Oh, wow.
I just don't think they were good films. I'm gonna be honest with you. If we're still doing this podcast 30 years from now, I'm still not gonna watch this movie again.
Is it
So
like bloody at all, or
nah.
because rated
It's
R?
it's stupid.
All right. All right.
Yeah.
Well, now I know why I've never watched them, and it's another one of those where I see the cover and I'm just like, it's a great title too. Fright Night is a
Fright
cool
Night,
title.
perfect.
Yeah,
Absolutely
but
perfect.
something about it, I never want to watch it. It just sounds lame to me. So I ended up, since you always talk about this movie, that I've only seen once and didn't really care for, I did The Strangers. And like we all know, I love The Strangers, the original. Was not a fan of the reboot, Strangers Chapter One. So, but I was like, I only seen it that one time. I
Yeah,
was like,
yeah,
let me see it again. There's a new one out that I'm going to talk about later.
yeah.
And yeah, and I will say, I hate highly dislike the reboot, especially when it's compared to the original. And what I will say is, we talked about the original, so I don't really need to go into it. It's not like it's a great film, but it's interesting when you try to remake a movie and they remove like the things that are good about it and just kept like the plot outline. Because like what's good about the original Strangers is like you have this couple and they're dealing with this big conflict and it's kind of mysterious and you kind of really aren't sure what they're going through, like and how they're gonna deal with it. And then you throw in the home invasion aspect of it, and that just makes it the stakes like much higher. In this one, you just have this like kind of boring, quote unquote, happy, annoying couple that gets stalked by a bunch of strangers. And it just wasn't the same. Like, you just didn't really, I didn't really give a shit at all. So, like, watching
Really?
them back to back makes me appreciate the original more and just makes me think what a waste the reboot was. Like, it didn't need to be made, in my opinion, and didn't need to be a strangers movie. It just seemed very dry and boring. I don't know. I dislike it.
Wow. Okay. Is it because you kind of already know what's going to happen when you first watch The Strangers? You really like it's that element of surprise. It's that element of fear of like, oh, these are people. They're going to come into the house. They know things that these people don't know, and they could access the house. They could fuck with you. They could do things like that. You already know the formula, and now you're watching the remake. You think that's maybe why?
I don't
Because
think so because like any home invasion movie, I mean, there are some that have some twists, right?
yeah,
there's like the movie Hush where she's deaf, and like there's like a bunch of
yeah.
different ways you could do it. But for the most part, it's the same thing. It's like someone's in a house, someone's trying to get in and kill them. So like I could be comfortable with, I know what's going to happen, but let me enjoy the ride. I think it does hurt that it's basically the same movie, just not as good. But I think it's just the two actors are just so just they're not like the characters just aren't good. Like I don't care. Like they're the male protagonist is like so annoying and like I can't wait to see him die, which luckily you get to do that. But it's just yeah, there's just two people I don't want to spend a lot of time with, and if they're the whole only people in the movie, I just didn't care. The
Okay.
stakes didn't seem high. Again, if it was called something else, I still don't think I would have liked it. But the fact that it's like the Strangers remake, I don't know.
Okay.
It
All
needed to
right.
go in. If they were going to do basically a reboot of The Strangers, I think it needed to go in a different direction. Like have a couple, and I know it is different because this couple's happy versus the couple that's breaking up. But like to me, it's just very generic and like every other horror movie. There was nothing unique about it, in my opinion.
Okay. I mean, I get that. I kind of like to live like in that vibe of that movie, and that's what where I appreciate it. It definitely does not feel as tense
No,
as the original Strangers. I'm definitely not saying that. I'm just saying there's like this small town kind of vibe out in the woods. You're at an Airbnb. This could kind of happen to anyone. How many people have the keys to an Airbnb?
yeah, no. I think it's
Things are going wrong. Circumstance kind of put them there. They are kind of douchey New Yorkers, and they're hanging out, and they don't understand the customs and the small town people, and to me that creates like they don't see the red flags because of that. And to me, I just find interest in that. So I get what you're saying. I don't put it on the same exact plane as the Strangers, but I think there is a home for Strangers Chapter One.
yeah,
That's
I
all I'm
mean,
gonna
look,
say.
yeah, you like. I just think I've seen this like 100 times already.
Yeah.
Like again, the New York couple that comes to this redneck town. Like, I mean, you got to do something different. You got to if you're gonna do that story, it's got to be different. And this was the same story I've seen so many times, and it's kind of like it's a trope I'm kind of over at this point. But yeah, so I would say like if I were to blend the two,
Blend them, give it an average.
it probably is like a 1.5 because I'm probably gonna,
Whoa.
and I'm not doing
Wow.
math, but I would give like this like a one, and I give the original probably like a 4 or 3.5. So
Oh,
I'm
so
gonna
it's really
say,
bringing it down where I
yeah.
would give both my films a 1.5. So just
So we're
averaged out
even.
as
We're even.
1.5.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're
So,
even.
all
Cheers.
right, I'll do 1.5.
Oh,
And I got some news for you, buddy. So night 13
oh shit.
is Home Invasion.
Oh,
A-
cool.
And guess what movie I watched?
What'd you watch?
The Strangers Chapter 1.
Oh, okay.
And there's a reason I watched it because I wanted to get hyped for chapter 2. So I took this opportunity to rewatch chapter one just in case the 10 times I watched it previously, I missed
I can't believe
something.
you watched it 10 times.
I missed something that was going to help me out in chapter two. Now, I did not watch chapter two. I just want to make that clear. I didn't watch chapter two, excuse me, for the challenge, but I was going on vacation, and the night before I watched it just for fun. So it was like a freebie. It was like a free hit that I watched chapter two. But yeah, so I watched
I,
chapter one. I don't
I
think we
watched
need to.
chapter 2 for a different category, so we could talk about it in a minute.
Yeah, so I'm not going to talk about chapter one, but I will give my rating on it. So what did you give chapter one as your rating?
I'm
Like a
gonna give it like a
one?
1.
A one.
Yeah.
All right, so I gave it a three, three
Oh,
bloody knives because
damn.
I like it. I'm gonna be
Okay.
honest, and I could get that hate, and you guys gotta stop sending me hate mail. Just send me some love sometimes and be like, you know what, Jerry, I like chapter one too. So any chapter one fans out there, definitely send me some love because I need it. You can't always be bashing me on the shit that I like that sucks. So what? So we don't need to talk about that. What did you watch for
Oh,
home
I watched.
invasion?
I wanted to watch a good one because I was so pissed about Strangers. I watched Your Next.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, which
perfect,
we both love. Your Next. Don't really need to
perfect.
go
Yeah,
into crazy detail. Home Invasion, probably one of the best home
one of the
invasion movies in my
best.
opinion.
Absolutely.
Just lots of twists and turns, lots of blood. Like the movie's. It's funny when it needs to be. It's like crazy when it needs to be. It's like a little creepy when it needs to be. It's such a well done movie, and when that came out, it was refreshing. Like it was a
Man,
different kind of horror movie. So I love
probably
Your
close to
Next.
perfect for me. So I'm a
Yeah,
little nervous of what you're gonna give it
yeah,
because I'm a huge fan of that
yeah.
film.
I'm giving it like that's 5 for me. Well, what would you give it? What would you give Your Next?
Like four and a half. Yeah,
Yeah,
I would be
yeah,
up there. I would be way up there. I'm just complaining because I don't want to
yeah,
take five
yeah.
sips. That's all.
There's nothing I
Yeah,
would change about it.
for home invasion. I mean, honestly, it's probably close to the top. I don't know, like what there might be things equal to it, but
Yeah,
it's definitely one of my favorite films. I have a big poster of it in my office.
nice.
I love the film as but I watch it all the time. So
Yeah, to me, a Five Bloody Knife movie is one that again I watch all the time.
yeah.
I really, really love, and that I think I wouldn't change anything about it. Like, or if there's something I would change, very minor. And if I think that's like the perfect movie, like that's gets the perfect score.
Yeah, I mean, I like it. I like the family tension. It
Yeah,
feels like a family. I like the final girl. She feels like a final girl. I love the bad guys. I
yeah.
mean, they're so cool and awesome. And you're right. There are like jump scares. There are gory parts. There's a lot of things that you don't expect in that film.
And Z is
Yeah,
hot. Z is really
yeah,
hot.
yeah. I love Z, man. I just want to smoke a cigarette and drink whiskey with her. I think she's so cool. Yeah, definitely. All right, so you're giving it five.
You
I
got a
gave
3.
three. Oh.
It's hot toddy's
I,
cold, but I'm
I,
just
pu-
getting through it.
I poured heavy, but I'm almost empty here. I'm gonna have to get a refill in a minute, but I think I could get past this next one, which
Where was this one?
should
Oh
cause
yeah,
some
yeah.
issues. So, night 14, horror anthology. We already did the best anthology on on the last episode, so I know neither of us did that. So, what did you watch for horror anthology?
Yeah, I watched this movie Campfire Tales from I believe
Uh,
1987 and 1997, sorry. Yeah,
yeah.
I mean, whatever. It's a 1997 horror movie. It's basically, four people, car breaks down, they tell a bunch of urban legend stories. It's okay, it's watchable to be honest. Okay, I'm gonna say it's not okay. It's not good. And what I'm thinking when I'm watching this movie is if a movie is like a bunch of shorter films like and that feels long to me, that's a
Oh,
problem. So
yeah.
if something's a half hour and I'm like, when is this going to end, that's a problem. So for me, I was really bored with this. It wasn't that it was bad, it was just drawn out. Like it just wasn't. It's whatever, it's watchable, but it wasn't. I'll never watch it again.
Mm, yeah, no, I feel that. I think I watched that a long time ago. I don't think I got through
Yeah,
the whole
I'm sure
thing.
it's something I'm sure you've come across and probably watched. It's
Yeah.
the cast is pretty well known of like the main people in it. I forget their names, but like it's people that were popular in the 90s. So yeah, it was boring to me. Anthologies are tough. I'm not a huge fan of them, to be honest with you, because
Yeah,
usually
if
it's
it's
like
not
one,
Trick or Treat.
yeah, usually like one movie's really good, and then the other ones are like terrible, and then the last one's really good. And this was
Yeah.
like three that were like a little below average. How about you? What'd you watch?
So I went with another brand new 2025 film to try to watch something new. I watched VHS Halloween, and same thing with all VHS movies. They're just messy, they're loud. There's a lot of stories. They don't make sense. Like they just try to cut them up in such a way and try to make them unique. And to me, it just kind of loses me because it's like I forgot. Like this is like the person from there, and now they're over here. And I'm just like, what the fuck am I watching? And it's just constantly like the quick cuts, like kind of like almost like how Saw used to like in the beginning, how they
Yeah.
try to do like some sort of weird production to make it like very distinct that this is a Saw film. VHS still does that, and you
And they're all
know,
found footage, right? Is
yeah,
that
all found footage. Kind of like what you said. I think there was like four main stories and then one that travels throughout the entire film. I would say out of all of them, maybe two were decent. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because they made sense.
hmm
And the rest of the ones, like, I'm like, what the why did I just watch? Like this doesn't like this is not a film. Like you're making a short film. I understand that. You're making a 20-minute, 25-minute film. It still needs to make sense. You can't just
Right.
put in whatever you want and be like, this is my film.
This
And
is
I feel
art.
like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's not, I don't get it. Maybe I'm not that sophisticated. Maybe I'm really fucking stupid
It's
and I don't get
VHS. You
it.
shouldn't have to be.
Yeah, well, you know what? I mean, I don't know, but I would say probably the last two were the most interesting. I think there was one called Kid Print and House Haunt, and one was about a haunt. So obviously, I like that one because it
Yeah.
was about a haunt. Um, Again, these movies, man, they don't hit for me. They definitely don't hit. I don't know why. They should, but they don't.
Yeah, it's like right up your alley, right? And
Yeah, yeah,
people do love them. Like
they love them.
people do hate them too, but people do really get
They
into
probably
them.
like that loud, messy shit, and it's just like I just like sometimes I just want to like be in the movie. I want to like watch it. I want to be like, all right, get sucked into it and be like, all right, here we are. And
Yeah.
it's just like coming at you. And I think that's the problem. Like they're trying to do like a lot in too little time, and it just ends up like to me it falls flat because like just tell the story you want to tell and tell it like precisely, and
Yeah.
then you'll get the point across, instead of like half telling it and being like, oh my god, that was amazing, that's pure art right there. I get it. You don't get it. I don't care
Right.
who you are. You don't get it. I would get it if it was supposed if, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Like I watch enough films, I would get it. But I didn't get half of these, and just it's the same way I feel when I watch like most VHS movies from the franchise where I'm like, I don't get it.
Yeah.
so,
All right. Well,
so
if you didn't get it, you didn't like it, then I definitely am not going to get it. Not going to like
no, I
it.
tried to watch that one last year too. I feel like they come out around this time every year, or at least in the winter or something like that. I
Yeah,
didn't
there's
get that one.
always like a new one.
Yeah, I didn't get that one either. I think people are just kind of like the first, like maybe first one, maybe the second one. They were good, but after that, it's just shit now. Personally, I'm sorry,
Hmm.
guys,
All right.
but yeah. So I'm giving that two bloody knives.
Oh, that's not terrible though. That's well because you like two of the stories,
I
right?
like two of the stories. Yeah, I
Yeah.
I, I thought I really I liked the last story, and
Yeah.
then I thought the second to last one was very very watchable. It kind of like got me like kind of sitting up and be like, oh, what's gonna happen here? When the other ones, I'm like, this makes no sense.
Yeah.
Nothing is happening here. It's just stuff.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to give Campfire Tales a 1. So there you
A
go.
one.
Yeah.
Okay,
So you
so I will be able to keep my drink.
So next was Year You Were Born, and
I don't
hate to
want to tell
tell,
anyone this.
yeah, hate to give my age, so maybe we'll just skip to the next one, which is four words in the title. And for this one, I did do Strangers Chapter 2 because that
All
is
right. Well, I'm
four words.
28, so I mean,
Yeah. So I watched Strangers Chapter 2, and
two. Okay.
guess what I thought about it. I'll let you
You
go first.
did not like it because I did not love it. So you hated it.
I hated it. I
You
absolutely hated
hated
it.
it. Yeah.
I mean, what I hated about it was we always talk about like final girl fatigue when like the
Yeah.
last
Oh,
half hour of a movie is just the girl getting chased around, and at some point it becomes like just boring. Like let's just
like
get it over
it's
with.
yeah,
And
it's
this
gonna
movie
happen.
was 90 minutes of final girl, and it's a final girl that you don't really care too much about, who makes a lot of dumb choices. Like it just seemed like so poorly written, and the movie felt like, again, the last 15 minutes of a movie stretched to 90 minutes.
Mm.
And I still do, again, I don't get why they made three Stranger films. Like, you just didn't need to. Like, I already talked about the first one. I know you like chapter one. Chapter two, just, it didn't need to be made. Like, it's basically, you could probably skip that and go right to part three and be fine. Like, you didn't miss anything other than there is some backstory on the Strangers, which I remember when these were coming out, you and I said, I don't want to know their backstory.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
like that they're mysterious. You don't know anything about
Don't
them.
want to
Like
know.
now that I'm like learning that they're people, it's like I don't care. It's just so I don't know. Yeah, I was so
Not only
bored by this.
that they're people, but now we know like where they live, how old they are, and it's like if we were to kind of compare it to like other ones, we like it's not going to make any sense. It's just going to have to live in these three. It's not going to connect to the other two because it just doesn't make sense because of the location, because of the age, all these other things. It's just not going to make any sense. So basically this little universe that they create is going to have to kind of live in itself. And I agree with you. I think chapter two was a lot of filler. It was a lot of chase, a lot of cat and mouse. That does get very tiring. There's a lot of dumb things. I don't want to ruin it for anyone, but there are some of the stupidest fucking scenes I've ever seen in my entire life, which I never dreamt I would see in a stranger's film. So I was a little upset. The story about the strangers, it was remotely interesting, but maybe not interesting enough to keep this movie alive. Maybe this one should have been the movie about them and not the final girl, I guess. I don't
Yeah.
know, but yeah, I definitely agree with you though. It's
And I'll tell you what, here's
I
like
don't know.
here's how it starts. Like it starts right after the first one left off. So the female protagonist is like recovering from the assault from the
Maya, yeah.
strangers. Maya's recovering. The strangers wait till she's fully recovered. Then they break into the or they enter the hospital when there's not one person working and
Yeah,
stalk
what
her in the
hospital's
hospital
that?
for 20 minutes. Exactly. There's not one person. And also if they wanted to kill her so bad, why did they wait till she was better? Like why not like if you're gonna kill her, wait like you could have done it the next day, two
Yeah, she
days
was
later.
stabbed. Yeah, she couldn't
Yeah.
really move.
Like
Yeah.
she's probably in there for a couple of weeks. Like now
Oh,
you're gonna do
definitely.
it. But like
Weeks.
that's just how like poorly written the movie is. Like there, and that was a big chunk of the movie. Basically, the first like third of the movie is them chasing her around the hospital. So
Yeah,
I was
and
checked out right from
I
the
hate
beginning.
that. I hate like I say it all the time. I complain to my wife all the time. They always try to make a hospital creepy. I'm sorry, hospitals are not creepy. You would have to be in 100-person town for a hospital to be
Well, like, they
that
kind of were though, right?
empty.
Like they were in a small town, so
But
I
they,
could,
they would that wouldn't be the hospital though. She would be like in some sort of
yeah.
Washington state like a Seattle like.
Look, if they just would have had like three people working in the hospital, I would
Yeah.
have been okay. Like one nurse, one security guard, and like one janitor. Like I would have been fine. But they didn't even have
Like
that. It was like,
nobody, there's no other
yeah,
patients, no one else
yeah,
is sick. It's
yeah.
like
No patients. Like
I
how
don't
is there not
care. I
one
don't care. I
patient?
don't care what hospital you're in. There's never going to be less than 100 people there. I don't care. I don't care what
Yeah.
town it is. It's just, you know, I thought that was silly. I definitely agree with you there. So you clearly did not like your choice for
Yeah,
words
it's a
in the
zero
title.
for me. I'll
The
never watch it
zero.
again.
Wow.
I'll never
Okay.
watch it. So what about
All
you?
right.
What'd you do?
I don't
This
think
is
I
a
made
tough
a.
one.
Yeah, I don't know if I made a good choice. I watched Haunting at Fraternity Row.
Great
so
title.
that so that's the four words. It's definitely like a teen college horror film.
Is it old or new?
2018
Okay.
film, so it's kind of new-ish. Basically some frat fraternity throws like a luau party, which kind of got me interested in it. It's a lot
Oh
of
yeah, love a good
drinking,
luau.
some minor nudity in it. But it's apparently like a haunted fraternity. They discover like this kind of opening kind of cave in the basement, and like there's now this ghost now, and it's killing off people. It just wasn't very good. so I literally so I watched this and Strangers Chapter 2 the same exact
Oof.
night, and I was like, man, these are like duds tonight. And I watched The Strangers first because I was more hyped about that. So I actually watched it this, probably the same day that you watched it, which is funny. But yeah, no, there's really not much to say about this. Standard film. I think I saw it on Prime. Not worth really watching. I give it 1.5.
All right, I'll drink to that. What would you give Strangers to?
I'm gonna reserve judgment on that. So I made the mistake. I bashed chapter one when I first saw it, but then it slowly grew into a three.
Got it.
I don't think it's gonna happen for this one because there's so many things that outright like annoyed me. But I mean, I don't want to say it. I'm gonna give it some time because maybe I'm just mad, and
Yeah.
then I'm gonna watch it again, and then I'll get my rating.
All right, fair, fair.
Yeah.
All right, so next up, horror film you hate.
Oh yeah. Oh,
This is an
fantastic.
interesting
Yeah.
category because again, a lot of times I'll watch something that I saw many years ago, hated, give it a rewatch, and I appreciate it a little more. That's happened like most times.
Mm.
That did not happen this time. Uh, I rewatched Hereditary, which
Oh
I always struggle with that movie, and so many people love that movie, and I always get shit for not liking it. I still don't like it. I'll be honest. Like,
yeah.
I think the back half of it is interesting, and I think it does get going, but I feel like that first half of it is just convoluted. There's too much going on for me. I'm just not interested. It's creepy, I guess, but it's just yeah, it just loses me in that first half. So by the time you get to like the end and figure everything out, I'm already like confused, and yeah, it's a pass for me. Like I try to watch it every now and then, and this time is no different. I never get into this movie.
Yeah, I agree with you there. And you guys could send us the hate on this one. Everyone does love it. I
It's too
loathe
long.
it. And I hate the characters. There's really nothing I like about that film.
Yeah, I actually really dislike, and I like the lead actress. I usually like her, but I don't like her character. I don't like the
Yeah.
son
No.
character. The father characters like
Nope.
barely like anything. I don't really
It's
give a shit.
shitty. It's
Yeah, I don't give a
shitty, and I
shit.
hate them. Yeah. So what would you give Hereditary on? A
I'm gonna give it like a one and a half.
one and a half. Okay.
Because
All
the
right.
ending is pretty cool, but like it by the time you get
It's
there,
a
I'm already
film. Yeah. I
yeah,
mean,
yeah.
it's a smartly done film, but it doesn't mean you have to love it.
Right.
So
It's not entertaining to me.
yeah, no, it's not something I like either. So I picked a big film as well. It's like you. It feels like we don't like films that most people love. I went with a 1990 Rob Reiner classic, Misery.
Oh, right, right. And
Yeah, I mean, listen, it starts great. I mean,
Dark and Stormy Night.
yeah, I mean, it's almost perfect. If I could just watch that first 30 minutes over and over again, it's the best movie on earth. But Hallmark movies start the same way too. So are
Yeah.
they good movies?
Well,
Probably
but
not.
entertaining though. I'll watch a Hallmark movie.
Yeah, yeah. Christmas in July. But yeah, I mean, I love the snowy atmosphere, but I just feel like it hits a wall after that. It's like, yeah, we know she's crazy, but it's like so long kind of building up before anything really happens. And there's like this incredibly long investigation going on in the background. It's just too long, and it's just so predictable and slow. And yeah, there's huge actors in it. It's a Stephen King book. I mean, there's so many things, big shoes to fill for me, and I just don't think it fills it. I just don't think it's a good movie. Again, if you just want to put on the first 30 minutes and watch it with me, I'll watch it with you any day of the
Yeah.
week, but I'm turning it off after that. And unfortunately, because of this challenge, I had to watch the whole damn movie, which I forgot what I watched it on, but there were commercials and it just went on forever.
Oh man.
I think I spent like 3 hours with this film.
You know what? I think, and like, I don't hate Misery like you do. I think it would have been a lot better if it didn't have big actors in it,
Mm,
because I feel like it's hard to like suspend disbelief on them because I know who they are and they kind of overact a bit in it.
mm.
And I feel like if you had more like subdued, like I don't know, it could have either like went a little farther and been like a little more over the top, or be a little like, darker, I guess. Like it just, it's for me, it's close. It could, I feel like it could have been, and I know like I think she won the Oscar for that movie, like
Oh, probably, yeah. Oh, Kathy Bates, yeah.
but I still think she's, I don't know. I feel like it just, it's like this close to being like a really good movie in my opinion, or a movie I really like in my opinion, and it's just like it's average mid for me.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I
I
like the
mean,
concept of it, like the set. It's a cool idea.
definitely.
It just needed, it needs something
I
like,
mean,
and I don't know
in
what.
1990, this is mind
Oh
blowing.
yeah, yeah,
It was like mind blowing, but it's like she need to be crazier,
that's what I
like you're
mean.
right,
It needed
darker,
something.
needs
Yeah,
something to it to kind of like bring you along because there's like a good hour where like I'm watching this guy type and she's like serving him breakfast. It's like, what the fuck am I doing right now? Like where this is a horror film, this is a Stephen King, you know, movie. It's, I mean, yeah, is it well done? Yeah, it's close to it's perfect. It's like there's no mistakes in it.
yeah.
It's a
But it doesn't mean you
great.
have to like
Yeah,
it.
it
Yeah,
doesn't mean I like it. It's well, written story and it's a great direction, but I don't like it. I just don't like it. It doesn't it doesn't hit for me. I don't normally love Stephen King kind
yeah.
of
Same,
adaptations
same. They're
anyway,
too
but
mainstream, and they need to be more. They're like I said, they're too mainstream. Um, and they just, if they were darker, they'd be better, in my opinion, or
definitely.
grittier. Like,
Yeah. So I'm not going to bash this one. I mean, I do hate it, but I'm giving it 1.5.
okay, so we're even.
It's not the worst. It's not the worst movie I ever saw in my life. And if I said that, I would be lying, but I still don't like it. I
Yeah,
hate it.
yeah, no, fair.
And I'll tell you what, the next time I watch it will probably be for like this challenge for film you hate when I forgot that I watched it like 3 years from now. And I'm like, oh, fucking this movie again.
Yeah,
All right. So let's get into something exciting now.
yeah. Let's do it.
All right, man. Night 18. We're up to night 18 already. We're
Getting
past the
there.
halfway mark. And this is a fun one. I thought I'd just throw this in for fun. It's a fun genre. And I want to put two in to really fuck with everyone. So it's double feature slashers. Really open to interpretation on that. You just got to watch two slasher films, that you think are slashers. So what did you do?
So I went safe and not safe with this one.
Oh,
I went with Friday the 13th Part 4, which we've talked
perfect.
about. We know I love that
Perfect.
movie.
Yeah.
And then I went with one that Friday the 13th Part 8, Jason Takes Manhattan, which I believe I saw it in the theater when it came out. Have not
Wow.
seen it since. I get why I haven't seen it since, but here's what I'll say. The movie's ridiculous. It's like super campy. It's a very different Jason though than the other movies. And what I mean by that is in this, he seems to like almost be enjoying the kills more. Like in the other
Mm,
movies, he's kind of just like a killing machine, like just does
yeah.
it. In this one, like he's very slow and almost like fucking with
It's
people a
like
bit.
fucking with you. Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
which
Yeah.
which I've never seen before, which I thought was an interesting take on the character.
Yeah.
So I like appreciated that they did that. It's very different, not true to Jason. I will say the movie is absolutely ridiculous, and there's a lot of weird shit in it that like the girl seeing like the baby Jason or the
Mm,
child Jason is really weird. They don't get to Manhattan till like an hour and 5 minutes into the movie, and then it gets really ridiculous from there. Like
yeah.
just Jason walking around Manhattan. One thing I will, and it's I don't know if the movie was meant to be campy or like it's weird, but there's that one scene that just it comes out of mind where there's the boxer and he's
Yeah.
punching Jason like repeatedly. He probably punches Jason for a good 5 minutes. Like he hits him like 50 times. And I'm like,
Yeah.
just when you think the scene's gonna end, he just
So he's
keeps
just
punching
punching him
him.
again. He's like punching the mask.
I
It's
know.
like
It's so
it's
ridiculous.
like a body blow would work. But I'm
Yeah.
gonna tell you that I think there are a lot of things to like
It's I tell you what, it's not the
about
worst.
Manhattan.
It's not the
Yeah.
worst one. It's like and I was thinking about it this way. I was like, if this wasn't a Friday the 13th movie, would I like it more? and I probably would. I'd probably
Okay.
be like, if this was just a normal slasher movie, I'd probably get into like the camp of it. The kills are pretty good.
Kills are
Like it's very
great. Yeah.
unique. It's very different.
I like the boat. I like everything that happens on the
Yeah,
boat. I think that's
yeah.
like really
It's
unique.
not bad, and I always thought I hated this movie because it just sounds stupid. Did I like it? Not really, but like, will I watch it again? Probably. It was better than I thought it was going to be.
I watch it all the time.
Yeah, it's not as bad as I thought.
It's a bulked out Jason, so it's like as Jason got like bigger and bigger throughout the films, like he starts off as like a small kind of scrawny guy
Yeah.
in the beginning, and he like kind of gets bigger and bigger. Now he's like this big, massive, hulking kind of guy now. I think that works for it. I think that's like one of my favorite Jason's. It is pretty ridiculous. No nudity in this one, even
You
though
see a butt. You do see a butt.
they
Yeah.
allude to it. Yeah, but I do watch it all the time. I'm not gonna lie. I think over October, being that they do a lot of these marathons on TV, and I just have it on in the background, I probably saw Manhattan 3 times already this month.
I tell you what, it's one of the worst Friday 13th, but it's better than like Jason X. It's
Okay.
I would say so. It's not the worst one. When I always had it in my head that was the worst one, but yeah, I'm actually glad I like watched it because I again probably have not seen it in like 30 years, maybe longer, and it's better than I thought it was. So that was my choice. What'd you pick?
Nice. So I ended up watching somehow this landed on some night where my wife was like watching TV with me. So that makes things more difficult to kind of choose the right thing because I feel that pressure of like she's just gonna like say something or get like pissy and then
You
walk
can't
away or
watch
something
Terrifier
like that.
3,
Yeah,
yeah.
so and I have to like walk so I went with two things I never saw before. That way she can't like judge me in any way. So I went with this one film that just looked interesting to me. It's the cover art grabbed me. I went for it. 1995's Jack O.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
it's
never heard of it.
basically just like this pumpkin looking killer guy that goes after people
Okay,
on
I would have watched this. This looks
on
cool.
Halloween.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It was definitely decent. There was nudity, there was fun kills. It's a B movie for sure. Linnea Quigley
Okay.
is in it. It had an interesting story. Don't know why I never saw this before. It probably came out at a time where it went straight to video and you'd
Yeah.
have to rent this. There was no streaming sites or anything like that. So you'd probably have to be in the video store in 1995 and look for Jacko specifically and rent it. I never did, but I saw it a couple weeks ago and I'm gonna be honest, it was decent. It was not bad.
I have the trailer on right now and like it looks terrible, but I would watch it.
Yeah,
I would
no,
absolutely watch it.
it's watchable.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's Linnea Quigley. That's all I could
Yeah.
say.
No, I would watch this. This looks cool.
It's definitely different. Second, again, I watched something very, very different that I didn't see before. I watched Blood Fest, which
Okay.
was
I've
a
seen that.
haunt. Yeah, it was a haunt film. And basically, the owner turns all like the horror characters into like real life killers, and they go after all the haunt goers. There's a big twist in it. It's very, very similar to Hellfest as far as the look, but a very, very different storyline. I thought the storyline was interesting. I thought the kills were great. It was violent, it was gory, it was bloody. Another win for me. I think this was something I never would have watched on a regular night, but I watched it this night and I enjoyed it. And if you guys want to know, my wife enjoyed it too.
Yeah, I had to watch it years ago. I ended up selling this movie when I worked at a
Oh,
distributor. So
work.
I
Okay.
remember it. I remember liking it. Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. Well, hopefully you got some good residuals on it and a big bonus at the end of
Yeah,
the
think
year
I sold it to
for
Netflix.
Bloodfest getting 3 billion streams.
Yeah. I don't know about
No,
that.
I don't know if anyone watched Bloodfest except for
No,
us, but
it
maybe
didn't
now you
sell for a
will.
lot of money. Yeah.
Okay.
So what would be your blended rating on these
So
two?
blended between these two films, I have to give it a 3 between the two of these because I like Jacko, I liked Bloodfest. I'm giving one like a 2.5, one like a 3.5. So let's go with a 3.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 2.5 on mine.
Oh,
Probably a 2 for Manhattan, probably like a 4.5 or
oh.
so for part
All
four.
right.
Cool. All right, we're getting there, getting through them.
Yeah, getting through it. Night 19. Now, this is a brand new theme,
Ah,
very, very on point of what's happening in the world today. There's a lot of fear going on in the world, whether you're in the workforce or whether you're in technology or whatever's happening, there's a lot of fear going on. And it's really techno horror, which is technology horror, or AI horror. You could take it any way you want. I'll go first here. I was really happy with my choice. I wasn't sure what I was going to do. A lot of these types of films have been coming out over the last few years because this is a growing real. It's going to be a core fear for probably people who are like five right now. 10, 15 years from now, they're going to be like, oh my God, that's so scary. So I went with Margot.
I don't even know
Um,
what that is.
yeah, so basically, it's a 2022 film. A group of friends vacation at a smart house, and it turns against them. I really liked it. I thought it was like really, really different. That is like filled with like a bunch of shitty, flawed characters, and the AI tempts them with like things that they would like. Like there's like a pothead, and like she sends him to a room that's like filled with like all the weed that he
I'm
could
in.
dream of. There was like a kinky couple, so she sends him to a dungeon. I mean, there was definitely some cool stuff. The AI was actually very, very scary in this film because it had so much ability, and you're like, oh my God, imagine if it could do that. It had its own 3D printing, and it would actually kind of create uh, versions of people.
Oh shit.
So you wouldn't even know if the person that you're talking to is your exact friend or just a version of that friend that the AI created. So it's very scary. The kills were good, interesting concept. I liked it. I liked it a lot.
So I watched a movie that ended up not being a horror movie, but once I started it, that was it. I watched Megan 2.0.
Oh, that's definitely
I mean,
that's techno horror. Yeah.
she's a horror, but the movie's not horror at all.
Oh.
It's kind of more comedy sci-fi,
Hmm.
I would say, with a little bit of action. There's no horror elements in the movie at all. But
Really?
she is the first one's a horror movie, so that's what I chose. So here's what I'll say. If you go into it thinking this is going to be like a fun, campy movie, it's not bad. I
Okay.
liked it a lot more than I thought because it's kind of funny. It's like she's wisecracking the whole movie and like
Hmm.
she's funny. Like the storyline's kind of stupid. Like it's kind of like really overridden. The action gets crazy in the end, but
Wow.
I sat through it. I wish it was a little shorter. It's a little too long. I think it's like an hour 45, hour 50. Didn't need to be. Could have been like 10 minutes shorter. But I actually did. I wouldn't say I loved it. I was pleasantly surprised. I thought I was going to
Wow.
hate it because I'm like, once it started, you kind of got what the tone was going to be, and I'm like, oh, this is going to be so fucking stupid. But like, I kind of got into it, and there's like really like a cool scene where like before Megan gets put into her body, she's kind of like the house kind of AI.
Yeah.
And like, so she's controlling the home security, stuff like that. And like a bunch of like FBI agents break in to like arrest the protagonist, but she thinks it's like a home invasion. And like Megan does all these like really interesting things to stop them. Like she
Mm.
makes like the guys in the kitchen running towards her and she makes the ice maker shoot ice and he slips
Oh,
on the
that's pretty.
ice. It's like shit
Love
like
it.
that. It's like kind of fun. So I actually did enjoy it.
All right. Yeah, I didn't check that one
I don't know if
out.
it's for you, but I
Yeah.
liked it.
Yeah, I mean, it could be just for like a fun night, just to put something on. Didn't love the first one, but sounds like it's slightly different.
It's
So,
very different movie.
all right. What would you give Megan
I'm gonna give it a
2.0?
I'm gonna give it a 3.
Wow. Well,
Yeah, I
guess
liked
what?
it.
I'm
Yeah.
giving Mar. So we both went with M's
Oh
and
shit.
women's names. So I went with Margot, and I'm giving that three
Oh fuck
bloody
yeah.
knives. So there we go, three. And Margot is spelled Margeux.
Actually, no, you're wrong. It's
Oh,
Margaux. I have
AUX.
a yeah.
Ah, okay.
I
So
like pulled
yeah,
it up. Yeah.
yeah, it's a strange spelling, but
Where'd you
very
watch
interesting.
that?
I Paramount, I think.
Okay, just because I
I,
want to watch it now. Yeah.
I think I will confirm. That's
Okay,
it.
it's somewhere on the
It's
internet. Got
it's
it.
streaming. It's streaming. It's either Paramount or Peacock. So it's one of the two.
All right, we only got a couple more
Only a
here.
couple left. Horror Icon, Night 20. What'd you go with?
I went with Terrifier 3,
Oh, Dave. There
which
you go.
we already talked about that on the show. I love Terrifier 3. I think it's pretty close to perfect slasher movie. Love it. Huge fan. What'd you do?
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely an icon at this point, Art the Clown. I went with another icon, and I actually got two icons from my film I watched. So I always need a reason to watch this, and this was the perfect reason. So I went with Nightmare on Elm Street.
Oh shit, really?
Yeah,
Oh,
yep.
because your wife Johnny
Yeah.
Depp.
Yeah, she's watching for Johnny Depp. I watched it for Wes Craven and
Yeah.
Robert Englund. So I got two for the price of one there, two definite icons. I really, really wanted to watch something different. I wanted to do like, maybe some sort of icon producer or some sort of makeup artist but I just couldn't find the movies with what I had. So this is what happens with the challenge. You have something in mind. I knew exactly where I wanted to go with this, but every time I'm like, "Oh, I want to watch that." Couldn't find it. So that's really what happened, and I landed on Nightmare on Elm Street. She was happy. I was happy too. I think every time I watch this, it's nothing wrong with it. It's
Yeah.
a great movie. I have no problems with Nightmare on Elm
Yeah.
Street.
It's a perfect movie.
Yeah, I'm not gonna give it a perfect score though. I'm gonna give it four bloody knives. Just because the franchise as a whole, I don't really follow it. This is really
Yeah.
the only one that I do watch. So I'm gonna give this one a four.
Yeah, and
And
I've
what
and
do you
I've
give
I,
Terrifier?
I still give it 4.5, Terrifier 3.
Wow, damn
Yeah,
man, I'm
still
getting
love it.
rocked here. Good thing we're
Good thing.
almost done.
Yeah, we're almost there.
So this is one that I'm really interested
Oh, yeah.
about to see what you watch because I know this is one of your favorite themes. And as much as I would like to skip this theme because it's not one of my favorites,
Yeah.
I got to throw in stuff for other people.
Appreciated.
So I always include this one. So Night 21 is a classic just because of the story I just told you all. That's one of Rich's favorite genres or subgenres, and that is psychological horror. And I'm sure he's not alone in this. So, what did you watch for psycho? Because I bet you felt that pressure that I feel
Always.
for.
You got to pick the perfect movie. You got to pick the perfect
Yeah.
movie. There's so many to choose from, so many that I love. It's my favorite genre. I wanted to pick the perfect movie. I, of course, did not pick the perfect movie. Okay, so the movie I picked is okay. It wasn't bad. So the movie was Vicious. It's a new 2025 Paramount Plus, I guess, original.
Hmm.
And it just kept coming up. So I was like, let me just watch this. And it stars Dakota Fanning, and she's kind of like this fuck up, although she lives in this huge house, whatever. And an old woman shows up at her house and she lets her in to help her out. And the old woman says, "You're going to die tonight. But here's this
Yeah.
box. And you have to do what the box says, and you'll live." And what she needs to do is she needs to put three things in the box: something you hate, something you need, and something you love. And if she does that, then she has to give the box to somebody else. Sounds simple enough to find those three things.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it takes her 2 hours to find those three things.
Take me like
So
5 minutes, man.
yeah. So what I will say is the movie's really good at tension. Dakota Fanning's really good in it. It gets really fucked up at certain points. Like she's got to do some kind of fucked up things.
Hmm.
It's like you're definitely like kind of glued to your seat. But I will say that um, two things. One, there's like really quick implied violence to an animal. You don't see it, but like you
Uh,
could. I don't want to talk about it. It doesn't actually happen, but you could interpret that that's what
yeah.
would happen. And I will say that it's shot very dark, which when a woman is basically in the same house, she does go to other houses, but when you're in like a house the whole time and it's dark, it gets very boring
Yeah,
because
for
I,
sure.
I I forget what I'm really looking at, and it's hard to like see a lot of stuff. So like I didn't like how stylistic it was done that way. It is creepy. It's got some scary moments. I thought it went on a bit too long. Kind of got a little was ridiculous at the end. It wasn't bad. Didn't love it though. I think there are people that would like this movie. It just wasn't for me. It was okay. It was okay. It was different, but I don't think I'll ever watch it again.
Yeah, it definitely sounds different. I mean, I definitely would have put like a bottle of this right in that box right there, that
For
Canadian
something you
Club,
love.
for something I love. Yeah, and maybe for something I need as as well. But yeah, it sounds simple enough. I think I saw some promos for that. I didn't watch it. I think probably because I'm not a fan of Dakota
I
Fanning.
don't think you'd like it. I don't think it's a watch for
Yeah,
you.
yeah. But hey, at least you watched something and you didn't blow your favorite genre, which is important. So, for some reason I felt pressure with this genre this night because I'm like, he's gonna ask what I watched.
You
And
damn
I'm
right I
like,
am.
and he's gonna like judge it. So I do feel like that extra kind of like tension. And it was another one of those nights. I was on a roll where everything I wanted to watch, I couldn't find. It just kept happening and happening. And I'm like, do I own it? Now I'm going through like all my shit, like my hard drives and going through my physical media. I'm like, I can't find the movies I want. So I went completely in a different direction and I watched something that I watched when it came out and I did not like it when I watched it. I don't know why I thought I should watch it again, but I'm glad I did.
Okay.
So I watched Watcher from 2022 with
Which one is
the
that?
Mika Monroe.
Oh, I watched that
So
recently.
yes, so basically she moves to like Bucharest with her husband, and she suspects that this guy who's staring into her apartment all the time may be a serial killer that's basically beheading all these women. And I mean, there's a lot of great creep moments. I mean, gaslighting from men is like in full spotlight here. So you really kind of feel like that psychological like horror and threat and just like it's there for sure because like literally all the men in this film they just don't believe like what's happening, even though it's clearly happening. And you could just feel that frustration that someone would feel, especially when you're alone in this country and you don't speak the language and it feels like everyone else knows each other and you don't know anyone. It's very isolated. It was scary. It was very psychological. There were some brutal kills, and there's not a lot, but there were some brutal kills in this. And like I said, I don't know why it didn't hit the first time I watched it, but it hit this time. So I wish I watched this for horror film I hate because I did kind of hate it when I first watched it. I'm like, I'm never gonna watch this stupid movie again. I don't like it. I don't like the artwork. I don't like anything about it. Don't know why I gave it another chance. I like it. I thought it was a great
Yeah,
film.
I think you had to
Fucking
be in the
awesome
right. I
film.
think you had to be in the right mood because it is a little slow and it is like a
Mhm.
vibe. But I did watch it really late one night. I was just up, and I did really like it, and I got into it. I think for the ending for me, like I don't know how I felt about the ending, so I do need to watch it again. But I
It's
did.
brutal.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know what. I don't know. I think I was expecting something different,
Yeah.
but I gotta rewatch it. But I did really like it when I did watch it because I remember you didn't like it. I'm like, I'm still gonna watch it. I enjoyed that movie.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm a fan of hers. I do like films that take place in Romania. Normally,
Okay.
I like the vibe. I like the vibe of Romania. I like the weather of
Yeah.
Romania. It's always raining. It is always a dark and stormy night there. I mean, if anyone wants to give me a job in Bucharest, I'll I'll go. But yeah, I really liked it. So I'm gonna give this one, which I never ever thought I'd give it. I'll give it 3.5.
Oh shit.
Bloody
Okay.
knives. I really like this film, and I am gonna watch it again, even though it's slow. I liked it a lot. So what did you give yours?
One and a half.
Oh, 1.5. Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah. We're not doing the next couple are not going to be good.
Good, because daddy's getting low again over here.
Yeah.
And I do have to work in the morning. So we are getting very, very close to the end
Two more, right?
of this, yeah, of how far we're gonna get for this. The next time you talk to us, everyone, it will be Halloween already. We may mention this again, but I think we talked about it quite a bit. So we hope
See you
you
next
guys
year.
are enjoying what you're getting through, and hopefully this was a good night for you guys because I did this one for you. Night 22, very personal. First letter of your name.
This was tough. And what's funny is like the next two movies both start with an R, but it was hard to find like a movie that started with R. It was like that I wanted to watch. So okay, so what I picked, I chose poorly. I watched Return of the Living Dead Part 2, which I don't think I'd ever seen before, and I'm probably never gonna watch it again. The movie, I love Return of the Living Dead Part One. It's
Hell yeah.
fun, campy, just cool, just a cool movie. This like didn't have that like punk rock cool feel. It's still kind of like quote unquote comedy-ish, but it's a
Really?
lot of just like yelling and overacting. And it kind of felt like a comedy version of like again like that Texas Chainsaw Massacre where it's just lots of people screaming a lot.
That's
A
annoying.
lot of the movie focuses there's like a little kid who's like kind of the main protagonist. There's other protagonists, but like it's not really it doesn't compare to the first one at all. It just wasn't good to pass.
That's unfortunate. I mean, the first one is again cult
Classic,
classic,
classic.
and everyone thinks it's some sort of offshoot of Night of the Living Dead. It has absolutely really nothing to do with that.
Well,
It's like
no,
its own thing.
there is like a connection though because I think that what George Romero and whoever did Return of the Living Dead did Night of the Living Dead together, or they worked on it
Oh,
together.
okay.
And then I think Romero went on to do Dawn, and then the other guy went on to do Return. Like there was some
Oh,
kind of split. There is like a connection.
I thought it was
Um,
for marketing that they have like the Living Dead in it to get people to kind of watch this thing. But you watch it, I mean, it's not the same film as like a Night of the Living Dead. It's absurd.
yeah,
It's a
I
crazy
might be
film.
wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure there's like
Oh,
a connection where
I have
like
no foundation for my. I'm just kidding.
yeah.
I'm just saying what I think. But yeah, you could be 100% right. Correct us if we're wrong. If you think the two movies are connected in any way, I don't know. But what I do know is I had to find a film with the letter J, which there's not a ton. There's not a ton out there, and I wanted to watch something I had. So I went through my hard drive and I had like four movies that started with J and they were all Ju-on. And I'm like,
Oh shit.
I'm like, I don't want to watch that. That's not the vibe of tonight. I'm like, all right, I'm going up into my attic. Everyone knows I keep my physical media in my attic. You can yell at me later on. I'm like, let me see what I have. I have racks up there. So let me see. Thank God they're in alphabetical order. I go up there, I look, I have four fucking movies in J up there too. So
And
this
they're
is
all
why,
Ju-on.
yeah, no, they're not. So this is what I landed with, everyone. This is a classic. This is probably a film that maybe only Rich and I have seen. Jolly Roger.
Dude, I don't think I've seen that.
You've
What is
seen it.
that?
We definitely watched it together. Jolly Roger, 2005, Gary Jones film. It's basically the spirit of a pirate seeking revenge for some stolen treasure. Wipes out all the descendants of the people who stole
Oh yeah, we
the
watched
treasure
this.
from
Yeah,
him.
I
I
remember
mean,
this.
this is a good 90s slasher. There is nothing in this film but bad acting, nudity, and like 20 decapitations. There were heads rolling in every direction of this film, and everyone was better than the last. And I'm like, man, another decapitation, awesome.
Yeah, I'm not gonna ever say
Like
no.
I'm not gonna get mad. That guy would just swing this sword, heads are rolling, blood spurting, blood spraying all over people's faces, heads hitting them in their knees and their face and their shoes. It was awesome. I mean, it's such a stupid movie. It's not a good movie, but it's a great um slasher film. It just encompasses like that 80s, 90s feeling perfectly. Like you can't do this. Like you're not going to make this movie today. So
Yeah.
I thought it was good. I'm happy I did it. I'm happy I only have four movies in J, and this was one of them.
Oh, so let me give you the fact really quick. So
Okay.
George Romero co-wrote Night of the Living Dead with John Russo. The two of them split ways after Night of the Living Dead. Russo retained the rights to any titles featuring the words Living Dead, and
Ah,
Romero was free to create his own sequels. That's why Dawn of the Dead is not called Living Dead.
Living Dead.
So then yeah, Joe Russo went on to write Return of the Living Dead. So there is a
Okay,
connection.
so
Yeah.
there is a connection and some marketing involved because he did have
I'm
Living
sure.
Dead. He
Yeah.
had, well, he wanted to use Living Dead to
Right.
kind of
Right.
like pull those people in. That's great. Well, what did you give your
I'm
film?
giving it a one. I'm not gonna watch it again.
One. I'm giving Jolly Roger a three because I am
Oh,
definitely gonna watch this again.
and I'm gonna like see if I can find it.
It's like the Curse of Cutter Cove or something like that. I think
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
it's
It
like,
looks like I would
yeah.
totally watch this.
Well, we did. We
I
watched
mean,
it.
but I mean, I would watch it
Yeah,
now.
like
Yeah.
20 years ago,
Yeah.
we absolutely watched this. I used to have, and you guys are gonna be like kind of blown away by this, but I used to have like some sort of DVD changer, and you could hit the random button like you could do for like CDs. I don't know if anyone remembers
I
that, but
had one
you,
of those. Yeah.
yeah, and it would spin around and it had like five or six DVDs in there and it would just choose one. And this is one I always kept in there. And
You
then it's
never
like,
know.
boom, you're watching this motherfucker. You're watching Jolly Roger tonight.
I need
And we
that
would,
now.
yeah,
I
we would
want to
just,
shuffle now. Yeah.
yeah, we would just randomly hit it. And it's like, oh, I guess we're watching Jolly Roger again.
Oh
And
well.
I don't know how accurate it spun it, probably always landed on the same one, but it felt random. And, we would shuffle like five or six DVDs and watch shitty movies like this. But yeah.
All right, so last one, black and white horror. This is where we're up to now. There's still again 8 more nights of the challenge, but this is where we're at today. So, black and white horror. What did you pick?
All right, I'm blaming my wife on this one. So she happened to be off a lot. She's usually not off. Like she's usually in bed by like 8:30 at night and I'm free to watch like whatever I want. So I could get pretty outrageous with like no repercussions. But she was around like this chunk this week of films because she was off of work and just was sitting with me. I guess it's nice to do something with me, but again, I had to make these decisions based on what she could watch as well. So I mentioned it maybe last episode that I went to Walmart and I bought like all those like black and orange collectible neon whatever DVD collectible things, and one of them was a collection of black and white classic films. So basically, a bunch of films from the 30s, the original Dracula, original Frankenstein, things like that. Well, included in there was a 1932 version of The Mummy, and I was like, which one of these films should we watch? Should we watch Frankenstein, Dracula, or The Mummy? And she said, I really don't know anything about mummies. And I'm like, I don't know anything about mummies either. Now that you
Let's
talk
learn.
about it, I'm like, you know what? You're right. Boris Karloff is in this. And I watched that movie the first week with him in it. And I was blown away. Probably the best movie I watched of this whole challenge featured Boris Karloff.
The old
So I
dark
was like,
house.
yep. I'm like, so how bad could the
Yeah,
mummy
no, he
be?
made some bad movies,
Well,
Boris Karloff.
let me tell you something. The 1932 version of The Mummy, and I don't care what you people say, you old heads out there that like these classics, this movie fucking sucks. This is the worst movie I think I've ever seen in my entire life.
Worst movie.
I didn't understand it. I didn't get it. The story was so convoluted and crazy. It didn't make any sense. It wasn't scary. It was really long. A lot of times these 32 movies are maybe like an hour and change. This one was long. It just went on and I hated it. I hated every minute of this film. I didn't like it. So The Mummy 1932 gets a thumbs down from
Oh
me.
man. Yeah, I
It
don't
was
I don't
I should
I
have
don't
watched
hate that.
anything.
I don't hate that movie as much as you do. I wouldn't say I like it though. I did watch it for the challenge, I think last year for
Oh
Black and White.
God,
I
should
didn't
watch
love it. It
anything.
was like watchable. So what I watched a movie I didn't really care for either. I wouldn't say I hated it, just didn't care for it. I watched from 1965 Roman Polanski's Repulsion, which
Oh, okay.
I'd never seen
I never saw
before.
that.
And basically it's Catherine Deneuve, who is suffering from, I guess, sexual depression, where she's like both obsessed and scared of sexual this. She has a roommate or sister. Sorry, she lives with her sister
I'm
who's a
listening.
bit who like fucks a lot. Basically, her sister goes on vacation, and Catherine Deneuve kind of goes crazy. Um, here's the thing: very well acted, very well shot. It's like very monotonous though.
Oh,
Like it's like it takes forever to kind of get going, and it's just very mundane until it finally does get going, and she starts to kind of like snap and hallucinate, and all the male characters are pieces of shit. So it's like
mm,
kind of kind of hard to watch. I wouldn't say I enjoyed it at all. Like it was, I guess, well done, but I'll never watch it again. It wasn't for me. It needed to be shorter. It was like an hour and 45, which is a lot for a 1965 movie, I would
hell
think.
yeah.
Like, so it's I didn't really care for it. I was like excited to watch it too. I was like, oh, this is a classic. I'm excited. Like I like downward spirals where like people just start slowly kind
Yeah.
of go insane, and like I kind of like those kind of movies, but this kind of just wasn't really holding my attention, unfortunately. It's okay.
Yeah. That
I,
that
I
sucks.
I wouldn't watch it again.
So two thumbs down for the black and white films. I've had a lot of success in the past with black and white,
Usually,
but
I usually find something a gem, and it's funny because I was gonna watch Psycho, but I was
yeah,
like, let me watch something I haven't seen before, and I'm glad I finally saw this one so I could check it off. But like,
yeah.
I wish I would have watched something better.
Well,
Oh
I'm gonna
well, you live and
say
learn.
I still don't know anything about mummies. So that's what I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna also say I don't think I want to know anything about mummies after if this is the foundation, then I don't want to know. And before I rate this, I don't know, can I give it a zero? I don't know, is that
You can do
possible?
whatever you want. I've given zeros before.
Oh, don't know. All right, I'm gonna give it a point 0.5.
You give it a
Bloody
point
knife.
five. I'm giving
Yeah.
Repulsion just I'm giving it a 1.5.
All
That's
right.
it. So
I
let's
could do
finish up
that.
strong.
Cheers. Woo.
Damn, so we really covered. God, we probably talked about like 20 plus
Yeah.
movies. That's a lot for an episode, man. We did it.
Wow. That
I,
was insane.
and I still got to watch a movie tonight. Tonight is German horror, and I'm probably gonna watch Human Centipede, unfortunately,
Oh.
because I don't want to watch something with subtitles. So that's probably what I'm gonna do. And I'm not looking forward to it because I do enjoy that movie, but I'm not in the mood for it. But I'm gonna watch it for the challenge.
For sure, coming up, we got German horror, holiday horror, more nudity than horror. So we got
That
some
one's
some
yeah. So I get to the burnt out point, and then I get to that, and I start feeling good.
yeah. So I mean, that's just like to bring you up, you know. It's just like, this challenge is it's like a playlist. It has to have the waves. It has to have the, go up and down, the crescendos, the dips, it has to have all these things. So just when you're about to give up, there's more nudity than horror, and it could be anything you want that to be. So,
And last year, I
uh,
think we both watched The Substance, which I was
yeah,
really so happy with that movie. I
yeah,
love that movie. Yeah.
definitely. So I'm looking forward to these next. I love holiday horror. I'm looking forward to
The
whatever I
Office
choose
Place
for
horror. Yeah,
that.
there's some good
Yeah,
ones.
German horror. I don't know why I choose that. I usually try to pick some nationality that isn't like so common that it's just easy. I want to make it maybe bring you out of your comfort zone. There's not a lot of German great horror out there, so maybe you'll find a gem this time.
All right, well that's it. That's the horror challenge. You could follow us on Horrorheads at Horrorheads Podcast or email us to horrorheadspodcast at gmail.com. Hope you guys are enjoying the challenge. Send us some emails about things that you're watching and give us some hate on the stuff that we hated. Let us know we're pieces of shit, for not liking your favorite
I know
movie.
that.
That's it, man. We'll see you all soon. Cheers.
Yeah, cheers everyone.